Hey everybody, welcome back to The Gardening Artist. Reba here. I came outside to film just in time for the rain to start a little bit and the helicopters to start going. And it started out with my neighbor's dogs barking at me. They're so little and so cute. Anyways, I'm out here in the greenhouse. I just wanted to come out and take a look at how everything is looking. I'm gonna go ahead and zip my greenhouse shut a little bit because the wind is blowing a little bit. It smells so heavenly here in the greenhouse because of this crandall currant that I have growing here. It is this one with these beautiful, and every year I say it, I want this in perfume form. Seriously, this with some nice vanilla and possibly maybe like a root beer scent with this clove scent, it would be beautiful. I might have to look into making myself a perfume. Anyways, it is just so nice, so nice. It smells so good. Anyways, I'm just out here. I wanted to see what things are coming up, what things are developing, and I am noticing right now on this little fig tree here. Now this I think is a golden teardrop, unknown, and that is what the label says, and not just unknown to me, but that's the name of this particular fig tree. And I think that's what this one is. I know for sure in this pot that this one is Sangue Dolce. I know that one for certain. And I assume that this one is the golden teardrop. I believe this one is Chico Strawberry. And I think this one over here is Campanile. I will be taking a look at the fruits this year and seeing what the fruits develop into. I'm not sure if this one has any fruit nodes. It looks like maybe. It looks like one there. And that one might be one right there. There might be some on the other side. So this fig tree will eventually leave the greenhouse once the weather gets a little bit better. I'm thinking the beginning of May is when I'm gonna move it out. So it does look like I've got some figlets. I got a fig on this one here, on the one that I think is golden teardrop. We've got, and it's pretty, it's like about the size of a small pea right now. It's looking good. I did cull quite a few fig trees this year, and in fact the ones that I culled I did take cuttings from, and I am trying to root down here in smaller pots because some of them were in larger pots out in my yard, and I'm doing a culling of a lot of my plants that are in the larger pots, only for the fact that one, I don't need this many fig trees. Two, I am keeping a majority of them because I do want to see how the flavor profiles are on them, and I want to see which ones are going to produce in this climate. Also, I do like to have the option to sell cuttings in the future. I think I'm gonna move to Etsy, and I'm just not gonna be selling them on FigBid anymore. And so if I'm kind of want to just do cuttings, and I'm thinking I might just do them through Etsy, just for pure ease and that sort of thing. I do need to get a PO box so that I'm not, you know, giving out my address to everybody. But anyways, everything is looking really good in the greenhouse. I am seeing some, let me see, I did see some more figs on some of the other fig trees. My De La Roca is coming out of dormancy. This might be one of the ones that I end up culling. I know that the Smith also, which is, I think, which one is it? This one here. This one here needs to be started early, like I have it in the greenhouse right now. I don't mind keeping a few really great varieties that are well known in the fig community that are supposed to have really great flavor profiles. I don't mind keeping a small handful of those that can be started in the greenhouse, but I really don't want a ton of fig trees that I need to start out early in the greenhouse. And so the last couple of years, I've had the ones that we saw the figs on right over here that I showed you at the first. A lot of these ones I started in the greenhouse last year early as well, and they started producing the fruit. What I want to really ideally have is fig trees that start putting on these little nodes and these little figlets, like this one here. Look at, I'm gonna have at least 3. I believe this one that I think is the golden teardrop, I believe that this one was also one that I got actual fruit on last year, I think. And then I think I got figs off of this one here too. And I'm not exactly sure what variety this one is either. It could be, it looks like Col de Dame Blanc or de Savec. I'm saying that incorrectly. And there was a couple other varieties that this one could be. This one, I had gotten the virus and I was too sick to get my starts going. So I just like put soil in these bigger pots like this and just stuck cuttings in them. About 5, sometimes 6. And some of them, they were written on with Sharpie, and I was just too ill to actually do proper labels, and so I washed away the Sharpie, and such a bummer. So the only one that I was able to read was that Sangue Dolce, and so these other ones could be those other varieties, which are great varieties, but I have noticed that they actually produce fruit, and very tasty fruit, on these ones that are in these pots in our climate here in the Pacific Northwest. So they're, in my mind, a definite keeper. I am going to test out these not being in the greenhouse next winter. And also they were very quick rooters, and they had all this growth right away on them. So I really like that. So anyways, and to have fruit developing the very next year, great, super great. So next year will be my test to see if they produce the fruit in the without the help of the greenhouse earlier. But as it is, they have a great jump start. I did notice that this year they weren't coming out of dormancy as quick as last year. Last year, these ones were actually producing the little fruit like this back in February, and we're in April now, actually. And so the fruit was already about, you know, a medium-sized fruit this time last year, with the help of the greenhouse jumpstart. And so there's that. What else is flowering in here? I have currants flowering in here. I have gooseberries flowering in here. I have honeyberries flowering in here. So I did bring some of the honeyberries that I had on my front porch in here, and some of the blueberries. I have some blueberries that are flowering, and I have 2, I'm wanting to say, huckleberries in here that are flowering this year for the first time. And so yeah, I moved this baby up here because of the rabbit, I believe, that got in here. I don't think rats eat plants like this. I do think it was probably a rabbit, you guys. And then I've got these beautiful little flowers. Let me zoom in on these. These are currants. So this one is the Glory des Sablons. I'm saying it wrong for sure. Anyways, it is a pinky colored currant. Come on, focus. I gotta put my hand up here so we can focus on these flowers. Look at that, it's so pretty. I need to take some photos of the flowers and then the clusters. Oh man, you guys, that's just beautiful. So pretty. So this is a currant, and I've got the Blanca currant here that is also, oh no, Red Lake. And then I do have Blanca. I do have a bigger pot. I think it might still be outside of the greenhouse. And it's got like a variety of every single currant that I have in the one pot, just so that I had less pots taking up space and have all my plants in the one spot. But I'm not gonna worry about that. I think I really like them being in 1 gallon pots like this, for when our move does happen. And I'm constantly preparing for a move. I am a military wife, or was a military wife anyways, and I mean, it's so weird to speak of it in past tense, but I was a military wife for very many years, and so I was very used to moving constantly. So I'm always in this perpetual state of moving. And so now I have all these plants, and we are going to be moving eventually. We're not going to be at this rental forever. And so I'm always perpetually, my body's in limbo, and I have no sense of home. And so, yeah, anyways, so I'm always constantly bringing that up, that, you know, for the move. Anyways, one day it will happen, I promise. Anyways, let's see here. What else is blooming? Blueberries down here. And this one, some of these were out front, and I just wanted them to be in the greenhouse. Just because they're smaller, and our pug is old and he keeps bumping into things. So some of these items have thorns, some of them don't. And I just didn't want him poking his eyes on thorny plants. And so a lot of these got moved into the greenhouse for that, and for the fact that I'm trying to see if, and I mentioned this in my last video, I want to see if having them in the greenhouse will protect my leaves on my gooseberries, so that I can have more growth on them this year from the caterpillars, because they keep getting decimated by the caterpillars and the aphids. So I am going to be coming out here in the future very soon and giving them a spray, probably on a day where it's cloudy and I don't have to worry about it, and kind of like today, and I can spray them, and just to keep ahead of any aphids that might show up. And having the greenhouse where the caterpillars can't get, or the butterflies can't get in here as easily, I'm just hoping that maybe I'll see more fruit. Now, this one is called Friend, this one on the end, and it is primarily, mostly a thornless. Now, there are some thorns like on here, but for the most part, there's not very many thorns, and it's like the bark's like papery, and they just, a lot of the times they just fall off in the rain. So this one doesn't have a lot of thorns on it. I have a couple other ones that are similar to that, where the thorns just kind of go away. This one I got in a trade last year. This one's called Welcome. And again, I'm not collecting every gooseberry variety. I prefer the dessert gooseberries. And I really feel like I need to come in here on this one here, because it's trapped up behind that. And this one has thorns. And I'm just gonna move it. Now, it's not really great to have your gooseberries this close. You really want them to have airflow, and so I need to focus on pruning later this season and just opening them up after the fruit has set. Some of them I grew from seedlings, and these ones in this area I grew from seeds, and then some over here. The pink pixwells on the end, I really like that variety. I wasn't too keen on the Hikkomon, I think that's how you pronounce it. I did get a yellow Hikkomon in, I think, a trade last year. The same person I got this one from. I think I traded some fig trees for some of these berry bushes, which is completely all right with me, because these can all be cut back really close to the ground for a move, as my fig trees can also be cut back for a move. So I'm trying to focus on plants that I can cut back basically to the soil, and that way I can or I can bare root them for a move, depending on where we're moving to. So if certain plants are bare rooted, you can move to certain states where it's not an issue. So I can bare root like the majority of my plants, you guys. And so I will do that if I must. So depending on if we decide to move back to California. I can bare root my plants. Now, that's not ideal for us to move back there, but I don't know how happy I would be to live back in California. I got a lot of bad memories in California, and frankly, I just really don't want to go there. But prices of houses have been dropping there, so we might be closer to my in-laws if we were to do that. So anyways, oh man, you guys, I am really loving the growth that I am seeing on my elderberries. Now, I did get some from the Fruiting Wood Company, which I think the Fruiting Wood Company is in California. So, yeah, that's kind of cool. Anyways, so I'm just looking around here. My elderberries are doing good. My woodruff keeps coming back every year. This is the third season that I've owned this one, and this is sweet woodruff, and you can actually cut it and make drinks, a drink concentrate, and it's very sweet. I remember buying this drink mix when I lived in Germany, and so nice, very sweet and very green in color, and I would just add a little bit to my water. That's how I liked using it. Some people would put it on vanilla ice cream. Of course, if I got vanilla ice cream, it would have to be dairy free, but it can be done. Let's see, let's check what's going on in here. So I do have some elderberries in here too, and they are looking really nice now. I gave these ones some good water outside and then brought them back into the greenhouse, put them in this double greenhouse section. This is looking good. The rabbit did get to this one as well. It's a known fact, rabbits do really like eating cherry tree bark off of young trees. They will eat these down pretty quickly. So I did get it before it ate all of the leaves, you guys. And then we've got some growth on the kale here is coming back. Each one of the plants managed to survive this attack. Only one of the mustard greens survived. The lettuces all survived. The spinach is still dead, you guys, I'm pretty sure. Let me grab it. Let me grab it and check. Yeah, they decimated the spinach completely. So that one did not make it. We're gonna move that one down to this level. I'm gonna stick it behind. All right, so that one did not make it. I can actually reuse the cells though, and maybe plant some more spinach in it. I've never been successful at planting spinach. This one here was a red elderberry. I do believe, I do not see any signs of life on this. I think this one died. That's all right, because red elderberry is non-edible. And I did read some sources saying that you could use it if you cook the berries, but I'm not going to worry about this loss. Now I have an extra pot. And then I've got some more elderberries down here. They are doing really well as well. My citrus trees have been liking the greenhouse. They don't really like it when it gets really cold here. I have a significant amount of die-off on the majority of the citrus trees. So we'll see how everything goes in the future. But anyways, everything's looking good. I might only overwinter a couple of them indoors next year. And then we'll see. This one here has had so much dieback on it. It has struggled so much. I lost so many branches on it this winter. It had some significant damage. So this one would have to be one that would be overwintered. And it's a variegated variety. It's a variegated Calamodin. I'm saying that incorrectly. You guys know what I'm talking about. All you people out there who like to correct people, I'm sure you're here for me. And everybody else who says words incorrectly. Correctosaurus Rexes. Anyways. So, these are pawpaws down here. I don't know the variety on these ones. I got these at Rain Tree, and I had already sold off the bigger portions. These were extras planted in the pots with the other ones, and I picked the smaller ones so that I could put them all in one pot. I do have some more pawpaws in here, And they are all opening up. Last year they took forever and didn't really open up until almost June with the green leaves. So I'm glad to see that they are awakening sooner this year. I don't remember what this one is here. It looks like a cherry of some sort. I don't remember what this plant is. It could be a plum even. I don't remember. It does need to get into a bigger pot. Let's check all these back here. I am seeing leaves, you guys, on the loquats back here. There are leaves. Let's see here. There are leaves for sure. Let me see if I can go over the top. There are leaves on them, you guys. There's one right next to the celery. Right, let's see, right there. It's looking really good too. I was checking to see, so I'm thinking these might actually root. They are fruiting wood, but primarily people use them as grafts. I do have a olive tree right here. I don't know if it's gonna do anything. And then I have a pineapple guava right here. So we'll see what happens with that one. And I do have growth here on these high bush cranberry bushes. They're not true cranberries. They're a high bush variety. One's an American one, I believe, and another one is the Ukrainian variety, one of the Ukrainian varieties. I also have a Ukrainian high bush cranberry out in my garden that's much bigger, and that one is doing good. Last year, this one that I have here did not root. Anyways, let's take a look at the other one. I had some more growth on these here. This is my tree collards, and so the rabbit ate everything, you guys, but I see more little buds here on the side, so it's gonna push out some more growth. The back branch is completely dead. I'm kind of leaving it there because it's keeping the plastic away from the plants inside. So I'm just leaving it alone. All right, let's look over here. Sorry if I made you dizzy. All right, I've got wild hyacinths here. They're so pretty. They're a little bit more spread out than some of the other varieties. And then it's mingled with my wasabi. I'm wanting to say a horseradish plant here, which I'm going to end up putting in here. Woo, we're getting some rain, you guys. This is my, oh my goodness, my brain is not thinking. Pineapple sage. It is coming back from the root area. And then these are my, I want to say lingonberries. So those are doing good. We got berry flower clusters on them too. My pink Chinese celery is bolting. I have not yet had good, you know, branches on my celery. One of these days I'll get it down to where I can grow some celery and have some of my own celery properly. Let's take a look. Confetti. Look at the confetti cilantro down here. I love the confetti cilantro. And I've got a bunch of it coming up in the pot here where it's self-seeded. I'm very happy to see that. I'm gonna let it seed itself again. I would not be sad if this entire planter actually became cilantro. I would be completely happy and okay with that. All right, let's see here. I have growth on the gomi berries and very, very pleased with that. Each one of them looks like they're putting out growth, so the rabbit didn't get everything. Black currant or black velvet gooseberry, which I got from the same company as the other one, which I didn't realize I had already gotten it to successfully root last year because the other varieties that I had didn't root, which weren't available this year. So they had probably sold out. This kale has come back. And then I've got my pomegranates, you guys. Check that out. See the green? My pomegranates. I have green on them. Every single one of them has green on them. I'm not quite sure about these back two, but I am pretty sure they do too. They do. I'm seeing some growth back there, the little nodes. And then I have green stuff on the mulberries. And this is arrowwood. That one's got green shoots here. And then I got another gooseberry in the corner, or a currant. And then this one is the, this one is one that the booger got to. It's a, it's down here. We got some green down there, so I'm hoping that it'll continue growing. That one is the contorted mulberry. And it looks like some bugs got to the leaves. Ugh. Anyways, it is growing. I did snip off the where it was trying to flower out because I wanted to focus on the growing portion. All right, you guys, rain is coming down heavy, and I did not bring an umbrella out here with me, so I'm gonna get all wet here in a moment. But anyways, thanks for watching and listening to me yabber on. Anyways, love what you grow what you love. Thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, click that bell button. As always, God bless. Bye.